podcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is season 8, episode 32, episode number 347. We inch closer to 350. How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah, that's what you can all hope for.
It's true. It's true. We're here. Yeah. We're breathing air.
That is certainly true. I have
pretty good.
Yes, I tried starting my taxes today. I'm gonna owe a lot of money because I'm a 1099.
I empathize.
I'm a 1099 employee, so I don't pay taxes during the year. So I knew, and I was kind of keeping track of what I would owe.
Mm-hmm.
But then I guess Jay didn't pay enough in taxes out of his actual paycheck, and that made the amount go up by.
Can we just
money?
Take a moment to, that's like what I do every year. But here's the thing. This shouldn't be set up like this. It shouldn't be so fucking difficult. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't make it so stupid. And it's really infuriating.
It is. And it's also annoying because our tax rates keep going up as the thing expires, and the corporations are still paying the same amount of money.
Truly. And it's not like you're making more money to accommodate the rise in taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you take in inflation and corporate greed and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I'm going to have to hire an accountant. I did some research today. I found some people that were highly recommended by going through the Raleigh Liberal Moms Facebook group. And then I was telling, so I sent out a bunch of requests through their contacts at us forums. And I was like, let's see who contacts me first before I have to do more work with this.
Yeah.
But I told Jay, I was like, maybe I should have found a Republican because they hate taxes. I did not plan that right. So I might go to the regular batshit crazy Raleigh Mom group tomorrow and do a little accountant search.
Compare and contrast the quality of accountant.
Exactly.
Which again, and the result should be the same. It should. Right? It's so frustrating, the whole thing. Oh, I think that we all do need to contribute to society. I'm super not anti-taxes, but just
I'm not anti-taxes. I knew what I was going to owe because I was keeping I used, it was not TurboTax. HR Block had a calculator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
And I didn't know how to set it up myself, so I kind of guesstimated what I thought before she even got my 1099. But I kind of guesstimated what I was going to make, starting in September, October. I was like, I need to figure out what this damage is going to be at the end of the year. And I was pretty close to, I was only off by a couple of $100. I was really close to what I thought I would owe. But which would have been, a lot, but not a lot. And then I don't understand, you would think Jay claimed 0. So you would think they would take out what they're supposed to take out, which is everything, because they're not holding anything back.
Right.
But they were like, you owe this much more plus a blah, blah, blah penalty for not paying enough.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Is I'm supposed to somehow be an accountant and know this shit. And because I'm just a layperson, I get a fucking penalty. What the fuck?
Right? It was $480 penalty too.
Oh,
it was I was like, does this mean?
Is that a national thing that if you?
Because that's happened to me in California before.
Okay.
It's based on your income and what percentage of, I think it's a percentage of
you didn't withhold enough throughout the year. It's well, no shit, but I.
And I'm like, so is this penalty he just is short $480 for the year? Or is this the penalty out of, but no, it went up by five digits.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
God.
I totally feel you.
I mean, I guess maybe that's a good thing that New York City taxes are so high. I never have to pay because they take so much out.
But I just take
half your paycheck just gone in taxes.
But
just goodbye.
Right away. I don't want to see the money if it's gonna. But I don't know these things.
Yeah, but I knew
is not knowing how to fill out W-2 or the W-4. I always get them confused.
W-2
W-2 is
that's
the
W-2. That
you get back.
When you get hired, and W-4 is the one.
That's right.
Yeah. So W-4. Well, it depends on if you're like a salaried employee. I think you're
right.
W-4. And
but
if
the
you're
paperwork,
like a freelance, you're a different. I think you're a different. I can ask Daniel.
No.
Well, in any case, the paperwork you fill out when you get a new job.
The freelancer is 1099 - whatever the other code is.
That's what it is.
Because I'm NEC, but when Jay gets the money for Google, like that's MISC. So there's different ones. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Miscellaneous.
Yeah.
No, but like the fact that like
Google, I need the AdSense stuff for Geek Dead Life. But yes, sorry. I'm sorry.
Right, yeah. No, but like filling out that paperwork when you get a new job, and I mean, I'll do it differently in the future, but when I got my job like 12, 13 years ago, like I follow the instructions. So it says put one for yourself, and then it says put one if you're married. And so like you end up with 2. And then I'm told, oh no, you actually shouldn't do
0.
It yeah, but it's like I followed the fucking instructions. Why didn't you make the instructions clear? Why are we even doing this? Like, come to find out as a full-grown adult, like this is like a relic maybe of like when people had one income households more commonly. Like the fuck. And then to change it, it's very confusing as well. And not to mention that they like changed everything, and it's just it's so stupid. We're smart as a country.
Yeah.
Like I believe in us. We fucking put a man on the moon. How can we not figure this out? How can we not have a better system?
I agree.
Bullshit.
I agree. My aunt had always told us, because I got hit in taxes one year for doing the same thing as you. Mm-hmm. And then I was advised by, maybe I didn't. I think I was advised by the HR person at my previous longtime job, where she was like, I would claim 0 if I were you, because you will owe money in taxes. And she was right. I talked to my aunt, and my aunt was like, oh yeah, I always claim 0. And then I withhold an additional blah, blah, blah. I don't remember what she said, from my paycheck. So I don't owe. And then I went geocaching with a friend last week, and she said the same thing, that in order to not owe taxes each year, she withholds, I think it's like, she does 0 and then she withholds like $200 per paycheck. So that way it adds up. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, I don't think I can do that, but like,
what are we doing here?
I know.
Wow.
It's
I
crazy.
So many people owe taxes.
Well, more people owe taxes this year than in previous years, again, because the tax cut stuff expires each year now. And I've seen more people on social media complaining about how they got a big refund in the past. They didn't do anything different, especially now because the salt tax, they capped the salt tax. So like it doesn't make sense to do the itemized deduction, like by writing off your charity stuff and your mortgage rate and all, your mortgage interest and all that, because
I know I got nothing for that.
I know I got nothing too. I was like,
I finally own a home and I don't even get the benefit.
See, so at least this is the first year I'm going to be itemizing, because I'm filing with Daniel, and because he's freelance, he always like writes everything off. Because
that's awesome.
So I'm like,
see, now I was prompted to write things off as an expense.
I think that's what he did.
Instead of like a deduction.
To be turning over the keys to his accountant.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to get an account. Like I said,
here's my tiny bit of tax documents. Let me know how else I can help you.
We actually even had a smaller amount of tax documents this year than in previous years too. I think last year Jay and I both had 2 jobs throughout the year, so I had to put in 4 WT forms. And then we had, because he had the high deductible HSA, so then I had to account for anything over what they contributed, because we did contribute to that. So, and then we had all the Geek Dead Life stuff. So last year's taxes, if you remember, were a huge headache.
I don't know why you don't pay an accountant. Like you have made a case for why that would be a great plan.
If anybody out there listening is an accountant and wants to help me, I need somebody at the very least to help me set up how I pay my taxes quarterly, which I know I should be doing, and I knew I should have been doing this whole time. But like, I was like, I'll deal with it at the end of the year. I'm getting an accountant. They can set me up. Well, I don't want to pay it all at once.
Turns out.
So when you were like keeping track, were you like squirreling that money away, or were you just like keeping track?
Just kind of keeping track. I was using it to pay off debt, actually.
Which
nice.
I mean,
which is
ironic now because
a financial planner would tell you that's also like a noble cause.
Well, because my thing was like, all right, this has higher interest.
Yeah.
Let me pay this down, and then worst case with the government, I think I can do something where you pay like monthly for your taxes, which I don't want to do by any means, like at all. So I'm going to try to avoid doing that. But like that was always my justification. If this calculator is wrong and I owe 4 times what I think I owe, which will then be like triple what was the debt I was trying to pay off. So whatever. So anyway, yeah, good times. Gay taxes. Holler at me if you know anything. Hit me up if you know anything about any of this and can help me.
Because again, why do we have to pay money to pay money?
That is
wait, what?
Why do we have to pay money? Why do we have to pay like an
to file
H&R Block, whatever, to pay money?
Because theoretically, they can get you more money back because they know the.
But again, because it shouldn't be like that. It should just be like, this is what you owe, and it's automatically taken out. There you go.
Well, I did it through TurboTax to start because they had all my previous information, but I was also going to run it through the free Tax USA.
Yeah.
But now at this point, fuck that. I have a general idea of what we're going to owe without doing all the write-offs, which I did not put in yet because I did the like, the childcare shit and stuff, but like some of the other stuff I didn't do, I don't think it's going to bring it down that much. So at least now I have an idea. I don't have to go panicking about it, and I can hire somebody to help.
Yeah.
So the end. Anyway, here we are, March 5th, another Super Tuesday come and gone.
Yeah, indeed.
The last Super Tuesday. The last Super Tuesday was a shit show.
Yeah, nice sticker, Shandy.
Thanks.
Ooh, very patriotic one.
Yeah.
Well, I am in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Amanda, don't in New York, is that the state that has like the little girl like won the design contest for the I Voted stickers? I saw a news article about that.
I feel like New York City always has like their own stickers because I feel like they always look different when I see like other people posting their I Voted stickers. I don't know. I'm in it for the pens, really. I don't pay as much attention to the stickers. I'm there for the pens. They're
we know that.
Pens. Love them.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I just remember last Super Tuesday was right before the shit hit the fan with COVID. And Elizabeth Warren was losing, and I cried, and then I spent like 4 days editing all of my tears out.
Man.
And that was
to
date the worst editing I've ever had to do. Then I had to re-listen to my grief.
And then we had a global pandemic.
And then we had a global pandemic.
That was like 10 days before everything shut down.
Oh, what a great time to be alive.
What a great time to.
How much history we've lived through.
Good Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Truly. I say this to Daniel all the time that I'm like, I'm really excited for the future historian that's going to write like the historical tome about millennials and like the era of millennials. Because I feel like we get shit on now, but like our life experience is, when taken in its totality, I feel like is going to be fascinating.
Definitely. Oh yeah. We lived through the Y2K crisis, then the recession. Then,
9/11, when we were like just coming into adulthood, like
freshman year is Columbine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Senior year is 9/11.
We entered the workforce at the recession.
Exactly.
We were like
becoming the housing crisis. Really,
housing crisis. We're becoming parents during the pandemic. Like I feel like every single big moment in history and our lifetime have hit
directly impacted us.
Exactly. So like,
how many of? Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
Oh, yeah, because even if you go back to 9/11, how many of our classmates or people in our generation went off to war, like as soon as they left high school, and then the next 20 years of generations. But like think about it that way.
Yeah. So y'all shit on millennials now, but we're effing interesting.
We killed your fucking chain restaurant, so take that.
Yes.
back avocado toast.
Yes. Love avocado toast. I really do though. Yeah. So you're right. These are the days of our lives.
Yeah.
What do you think they would write, like a book or a movie or something about the millennial experience? Because who knows what the fuck else is gonna happen?
I feel like I had a title for it once too. I should go look through my journals and see if I wrote it down. I feel like I had a title.
Okay, you have to.
Well, we do have one of the best names of generations, though. Too. I feel like you can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
What, millennials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the book cover. Maybe it was something with like an avocado toast, but like the avocado is all like a mashup of like all the historical crap we went through.
Oh, like the toast is mashed with like that stuff?
Yeah. Maybe
So
that's what it wasn't the title. I had the cover art.
Are we like the guacamole generation?
Yeah. Just like a bunch of shit all mashed together.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So anybody else have anything? What's good in the hood? What's good in the hood? We outlived that phrase.
Or did we? Apparently.
Only for me to bring it back. We tried to make fetch happen.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we did too.
Yep. Peel the skinny jeans off our cold dead bodies.
Fuck yes. Or in your case, Amanda, high-waisted skinny jeans.
Oh yeah. I bought another pair of jeans that were like loose fitting, and I was like, no, I like my skinny jeans better. I feel like these jeans are a waste of money. I don't get it.
Well, I live in Costco jeans, and really I live in leggings now, so which I'm happy about. I love it. Yeah, anybody else? Anybody have anything exciting going on?
Cool. Not really.
Sorry, I'm really thinking. I'm like, no.
You guys are delayed for me again. Let me come out and go back and come back in because I can't even tell when you're thinking or not. So hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, no, I am actually delayed today. That wasn't the computer. That's me.
Double delay.
I'm just delayed. Everything's moving a little slower.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, not at all.
Okay. So in my absence, did we think of anything?
Not really.
No. I've got a 2 almost 3-year-old that's like leaning into the 3-nager really hard. Everything is no and tears. It's like, I just said you had to wash your hands. We got home. You just have to wash your hands. I don't know why this is a 20-minute stop fest. Just wash your hands.
Yeah. So, you're 5 weeks away from 3.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's wild.
If we make it. The toot is so real. It's not even a toot. She's like mad about everything. She just gets like sad and starts crying, and it's just like, no, I don't want to do anything.
Aww.
Like, now you're making me sad.
Oh, that is sad.
Just anything I ask you to do, just do it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I wish I had advice for you, but it's I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, sounds like it doesn't get any better. So I guess I just have to like suck it up and buckle in.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. My sister reads parenting books and does okay. I've lost a headphone. I'm falling apart. Hold on.
But I always feel like I want to read parenting books, but then I was like, but not at the expense of like reading books I actually want to read. You know, like I have such a limited amount of time and mental energy for reading that I'm like, oh, do I really want to like make that time like homework?
Right, for sure.
So it's this weird push-pull. I'd like to be the kind of person that reads parenting books. But right now I'm the kind of person that reads the Britney Spears book.
Oh, nice. How is it?
It's so poorly written, but it's so utterly captivating.
All right. I'm into that.
I'm popping up from the floor to say that's what I heard.
It is like, not like it's even writing. Like it is really like she just dictated it to like a recorder and then transcribed. Like
And published.
Like that's what it feels like. And like, so once you get into like the fact that like it's very conversational and like very bad writing, the story is just so captivating and so like it's such a window into like her psyche and like how she saw what was going on around her. And like some of it is like, it'll just be like this vapid like nonsense. And all of a sudden she'll like hit you with something. You're like, oh, that is like really profoundly true. And then she'll just go back to like vapid stupidness. And it'll be like,
got it.
This really like serious, like really like deep point. And like it's wild. It's a wild ride.
I think that's why people are pushing the Michelle Williams audio version of it.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably much easier to digest because it's like the writing is so like she is just speaking and like someone is just transcribing what she's saying. That's really how it reads.
Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of books, I started Bored and Brilliant that Maggie recommended.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Got it at my local library.
Oh, yes. Mine was a library book, too.
Nice.
I put a bunch of things on holds because everybody said, it takes a long time to get books. And then I got like 3 books at once. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, this
pressure's on.
This is really
I'm definitely not reading a book.
But you can renew.
I'm gonna have to.
And then sometimes, like you'll get a book and you just renew it a couple of times and you just still haven't even cracked the cover and you just have to give it back. And then you'll just borrow it again another time. Yeah. That's okay too.
Yeah. I'm new. I'm new to libraries. I'm like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But yes. Bored and Brilliant. You're liking it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely liking it so far. It's like a lot of stuff I feel like, it's from 2017. And I keep thinking about that, how that was like not very long ago, but also very long ago.
Yes.
And so far it's like, certain things that like we all know anyway, but it's, I'm just at the very beginning, I'm excited for her to get into a little bit more of like the science and stuff. And if there's any good ideas along the way.
Nice.
She talks about in the very first, again, like I only read a handful of pages, but she talks about like and it's like backed up by a study, but how having your cell phone like visible during a conversation makes the conversation like makes the people connect less, basically. And she said she used to turn her phone over, but even just like the presence of the phone being there has this effect.
Yeah.
So, which I could totally see. And she's like very much an advocate of like, if you need to be available for somebody to get a hold of you, then whatever, like that's potentially your reality at that point. But if you're not, and you want to have an actual conversation with someone, then like you have to put it physically off, not on your body and not on the table. So like in your purse or something.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
It's just interesting that it has to be like that far removed, but it makes sense in your pocket, like you can feel it vibrate.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're immediately pulled out of the conversation. Yeah.
So I will report back next week. Hopefully I will have read more.
Nice.
Yeah, let us know. Both of you report back and all looks.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about the Britney Spears, because it is like so poorly written, it's a very fast read. So like I'm really kind of, and because it's also so freaking interesting that like I'm peeling through it. So I think I'll be done by next week. Yeah. And also I have 2 other library books I have to get through. So I really step on it.
Yeah. I want to read it or listen to it. I have such a list of things. Although, I got off the wait list on Libby for one of the books that Melody recommended.
Which one?
Hold on. One of the one that's the trilogy written by the dude.
Yes. With the kind of funny last
Neil Shusterman stuff. It was the first
one. I could not figure out how to spell it. So I was so glad I like had to wait for the show notes because I was like, I don't know how I'm to spell this.
Yes. Oh no, did I get the first one? Oh, I think I got off for the second one. And I did a deliver later option so I could kind of stall some time to,
while you waited for the first one to become
I waited for the first one to be ready. Yeah. yeah, so that was that. But again, I've still got tons of books that I haven't read in general, so I got to get on that too. But anyway,
That just concludes the broadcast book club edition.
lots of promises.
Yeah.
Hey, the Oscars are this weekend. Amanda, I know you watched a lot of the movies.
A fair amount. I've done okay.
What if I had like to watch 2 movies beforehand, before the ceremony, which 2 would you recommend?
Well, I mean, do you want to watch one that you think someone's actually going to win, or you just want to watch a good movie?
I want to watch a good movie.
So we actually went to the theater and we saw American Fiction over the weekend.
Oh, God, I was supposed to see that.
It was great. It was between that and Poor Things, but the Poor Things showing didn't work out with the time we had available to go to the movie. So that's probably,
I know that is really good.
It's that one and Oppenheimer are the 2 I haven't seen that I feel like I probably should have seen, given that the buzz around those and the fact that those 2 are probably going to clean up some of the major categories.
Oh, yeah.
But American Fiction was really, really, really great. I highly recommend. Turns out Daniel had actually read the book that it was based off of way back when.
No way.
So when he saw the trailer, he's like, "Wait, no, this was a book. I read this," and he's like, "I always thought they should make a movie out of it." But yeah, it was great. Jeffrey Wright is
awesome.
It's awesome, and apparently this is only the second movie he's ever started. Because I always just think of him as
a lead actor.
Right, yeah. But I guess he did a Basquiat movie when he was younger with Benicio del Toro was in it, because we went to see it at Nighthawk, which is the indie Brooklyn Alamo Drafthouse.
Okay.
And they always have those sort of quirky snippets and curated stuff before the movie, and they had a clip of this Basquiat movie that Jeffrey Wright did. But it's cool. I just always think of him as just an actor that has done everything. And I'm really? He's only ever done one other movie, headlined one other movie. But it was great. I highly recommend.
Cool. All right. Maybe I'll check that out. And then what was the other one?
I saw Past Lives last weekend, which was also
I remember you really liked that.
Really, really beautiful. We watched Naiad.
So what is
also recommend?
Yeah. Naiad was really, really good. If you're looking for just something to make you feel inspired, and
yes, agreed.
Okay. And then what are the plots of those movies?
Naiad is about Diana Naiad, the long distance swimmer.
Okay.
It's probably still the only human to swim from Cuba to Key West.
Dang.
And it's about her journey, and she did it at she attempted 6 times or something, and she finally accomplished it at 64 years old.
Super awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Annette Bening as Diana Naiad, and Jodie Foster plays her best friend coach.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just it's great. It's a really pretty movie, and it's very inspiring. It's good.
Okay, cool. And then what about Past Lives? I mean, I can assume it's probably something to do with reincarnation, maybe?
You would think, but it is not.
Okay, then what is it about?
So it is about, and I think actually, in some award ceremonies, it's been nominated under foreign language categories, because it's half in English, half in Korean.
Okay.
And it follows, what's the actress's name? Greta Lee, is that right? She plays the friend in Russian Doll.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
they're happy birthday,
baby. Yeah.
Her.
Oh yeah.
She plays the main character, and she emigrates from Korea as a tween girl, as a 12-year-old girl, to Canada. But when she was growing up in Korea, sort of puppy love with this young man, and they lose touch when her family moves to Canada, and then they reconnect as young adults. in like 2012, and like the movie just kind of follows them like when they
Oh, that's
reconnect, and then
awesome.
again like as true adults, and like so this idea of like past lives of like
Okay. The
if you're
relationships you have with people based on like the period of the life that you're on in, or I guess I should
right,
just
and
let you
like
finish. Okay.
I no, I mean essentially that like that you know and there was some like they keep harkening back to there's some saying in Korean about in your past lives you have to have had like a like I'm not saying the number correctly, but like 7,000 interactions in order to be married in this life. Um,
Oh,
and
okay.
so,
Oh.
it's sort of
That's
this idea of like, in our past lives, clearly, like we haven't gotten there yet,
right.
and
That's
like this missed
fascinating.
Oh.
opportunities and how life sort of takes you on different paths. And but it's really beautiful. It's a really like beautifully shot and like slow and pretty and um,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe I will check that out as well. I really still want to. Okay, I know I shit on it earlier, said I didn't want to see it, but I do now. I'm kind of won over to try to want to see holdovers as well.
I did see Holdovers, loved that one too. Man, see, we really did a good job this year. We really did a good
You
job.
guys did great job. You
I
still have to
think
do Oppenheimer though.
you still have to do Oppenheimer. That and what Killers of the Flower Moon. It's like those long movies that like harder to
Yeah,
do at home. You'd think they'd be
yeah.
easier to do at home, but like the temptation to like pause it and
Mm.
go to the
Hmm.
potty or whatever. But then it's like I feel like once you pause a movie, it's hard to like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
get back in.
Especially when you pause it and you see like remaining like 2 hours and 7 minutes. And you're like, I've already watched the fucking
Like,
hour of this.
I don't have that kind of time.
How long are the credits?
Right?
Yeah. I don't know if I'll do Killers of the Flower Moon. Jay wants to watch it, so we will get there eventually. But I think, yeah. All right, maybe I'll do whatever you said. I'll listen when you're editing. When I'm editing,
Yeah.
and
But
watch those.
Holdovers was also very good. I think that both
Okay.
Holdovers and Past Lives we rented
Okay.
on Prime.
Okay. Which I have a shitload of digital credits.
So there you go. Yeah, and they're like, I feel like this year, I feel like in years past, like Oscar movies, like leading up to the Oscars, were like very expensive to rent, and like this year, they were like the going rate. So like, I think that's
Really?
also why we were able to watch more.
Okay. Interesting. Because yeah, usually they're like what, 19.99 or something to rent those big movies.
Right, and these were
Yeah.
like $5.99. So you're like still cheaper than
Okay.
going to the theater. So
Exactly. Yeah. Easier to justify. Okay,
1999.
cool.
That's like more expensive than just fucking buying this shit.
right,
Yeah.
right.
What the hell?
But I think that was like back in an era where they still wanted to get you to the movie theater, and I feel like now, I feel like
They kind of give up.
they're kind of like whatever. We also own the streaming platform, so we're getting your dollars, whatever. So like, and we're losing money
Yes.
on this streaming platform anyway. So who cares?
Who cares? Yeah. Yeah. And there raising rates anyway. The people that need their bonuses are getting their bonuses.
Yep.
Okay. So keeping in the theme with movies, I had found from last week this thing, the weird, random, and obscure films to watch with friends. Okay. This was from a tweet from February 16th by writer, director, actress Julia Marchese. And she had asked, what's a super rad, obscure movie that you can almost guarantee most folks haven't seen that would amaze and delight your friends at movie night? Go weird.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. The first one is Highway to Hell.
Never heard of it.
So Highway to Hell is from 1991. It has Chad Lowe and Christy Swanson, aka the original Buffy. Young couple. Yeah, a young couple on their way to Las Vegas to tie the knot, only to experience a major obstacle when Rachel is kidnapped and taken to hell so she can marry Satan instead. Charlie must do everything he can to rescue her in the film Highway to Hell.
Mythological.
Yeah, right.
That sounds very weird. Let's see. What's the next one? The next one is a movie called Upgrade with Tom Hardy. It's a Brian De Palma film. There's no description, so we're just gonna keep going.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, guys. Okay. The next one is a movie called Streets of Fire with Michael Pare, Diane Lane, Rick Moranis, and William Dafoe. It is from 1982.
Okay.
And let's see.
Rick Moranis and Willem Dafoe in the same movie.
In the same movie.
It does definitely.
I'm here for it.
I know. It's like I want to see it.
It's called Streets of Fire, and it's a rock and roll movie. A rock and roll fable.
Sold.
Let's see.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
The next one is a 1989 movie. Maybe we saw this as a child, called Meet the Feebles. And it looks like it was a Peter Jackson movie. It was a very twisted horror movie, so we did not watch this as children.
No, sure didn't.
That made you think, what the hell am I watching?
All right.
If you've ever wondered what the Muppets would be like if they were the complete opposite of family friendly and had no act right whatsoever, this film would do everything and anything and everything to answer that question. There's only a couple more. Don't worry. This one was a lot weirder than I thought it was going to be. The next one is Miracle Mile, which I've heard of that one. Miracle Mile. I feel like Jay or Jack have talked about that one, but it's with Anthony Edwards and Mare Winnington. They were married in real life. And it's a love story. They fall in love and connect right before the world is about to end in a nuclear holocaust.
Oh my.
Oh, there you go. Maybe Miracle Mile. Maybe I'm thinking of, is there like a sports thing, Miracle Mile? Hold on.
I mean, I immediately went like, oh, like a sports movie?
Let's see. Miracle Mile film. No, it's a film. It's a deli. What is considered the Miracle Mile? Okay, there we go. Los Angeles, something in LA's most desirable areas. Okay. So I have, maybe that's what Miracle Mile.
Yeah, there was like some TV show in the 90s. It was probably a game show or something. It's like filmed, the gorgeous Miracle Mile. It's like very clear in my head, and I couldn't tell you what it's connected to, but it's like you say Miracle Mile, and I hear some like announcer on like a TV show.
Oh yeah, I kind of agree. Like I can hear that, in my head.
Right. I couldn't attach it to anything, but it's like this fragment of a very clear memory.
This next one, and there's only like 2 left, so I'll put everybody out of their misery really soon.
Hopefully one of them will be something one of us is like, oh yes, I have seen that.
I don't know. I kind of want to watch the nuclear holocaust rom-com, but this next one is called Rubber. Rubber is about a tire that comes to life and kills anyone who
yes.
You've seen this?
So I actually haven't seen this, but Frank, it was a suggestion of one of our friends, and Frank was watching it, and I think maybe we were watching it in bed, and so I was like sleeping. I was like, I'm out, but I caught glimpses of it.
Frank really liked with your dreams.
No, but Frank really liked it. I saw some, and I asked him the next day, and I was like, I'm never gonna watch this probably, so just spoil it. Like it's fine. But he would recommend it.
Okay, there's a link to the trailer, and like in the thumbnail for the trailer, it's got a quote from a woman, what's the word? A critic from LA Weekly, and the quote is "batshit wonderful."
Batshit wonderful.
Yeah, I love that. And then finally, we have let's see, a James Gunn movie called, what the fuck is the name of it? Super Official. Okay. Wow. Oh no, Super Official trailer. It's called Super. It's a perverse take on the superhero genre, starring Rainn Wilson, Elliot Page, Liv Tyler, and Kevin Bacon.
Oh my god, that sounds great.
This actually sounds vaguely familiar. When did this come out?
2010.
Super official trailer.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like maybe I don't think I actually saw this, but I feel like it maybe was something that like for work we were working, pitching it or something. I don't know. But it sounds
Okay.
vaguely familiar.
I am kind of interested, but it sort of sounds like what The Boys would be, or because what's the other one? Umbrella Academy, like fucked up superheroes.
Yeah.
But it has a good cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. And Elliot Page is in Umbrella Academy.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Anyway, there were some honorable mentions that do not have descriptions. Shout if you've heard any of these. Digstown, Attack the Block, Barton Fink, John Dies at the End. I think I have heard of that one. A Town Called Panic, Krull, Shakes the Clown, Night of the Comet, Delicatessen, Nighthawk.
Yes, that's a French movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's the same director who directed Amelie, if I remember correctly.
Is it weird? Obviously,
yes,
because it's on this list.
Yeah.
Let's just say what they're eating, what they're cooking up at that delicatessen isn't pork.
Ew, gross. Red Rock West, Troll Hunter, and then there's a whole bunch more. So, cool. I don't know if that's inspired anybody, but I hope that if you've heard of any of those movies, it inspires you to write us about them. Don't make Matt do all the heavy lifting here. thebroadcasters3@gmail.com. Let us know. Yeah. And let us know if you're watching the super official trailer for any of them. With our super official podcast.
Right. I feel like now I want to write the treatment for super official trailer, like as the name of a movie.
That would be pretty epic, right?
What would that even be about? I would love to figure out what it's about.
We can workshop this.
I think we should.
Like trailer, there's many different kinds of trailers. So
yeah. A broadcast joint.
Yes. If I'm trying to think, like if the microphones are rocking, please come and knocking. No, that doesn't work. She said trailer.
Okay, I get it.
Anyway, okay.
You're in super official trailer business. It's classified.
I kind of want to call this episode Super Official Trailer, Super Official Trailer Business.
Yeah.
Okay. So look at that. That was pretty weird, and it ended okay.
Yeah. landed the plane, landed the trailer.
Oh, the story of my life. Oh, this is awkward. How can I make this better? All right. On that note, let's make a quick break. When we come back, we have some feedback to do. All right, everybody, we are back. We're ready to get into some feedback here on this wonderful show that we have going on. We don't have any do we have feedback? We don't have any feedback. We have a That's What She Said, and we have 3 emails. So what do we want to start with? Emails or That's What She Said?
I say emails.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. The first email.
All right. Kate writes in, the year of the cat. Hi, Broads. You are having quite the year of the cat. Little Vivian, dear Captain, Precious Lena, and the birthday black cat. Aww. Also, just a shout out to Gabby, I'm going to add. But yes. Also, happy birthday to all. Mine was also in February. Happy birthday, Kate.
Happy birthday.
February.
Are you close? Who are you closer to, me or Shandy?
Let us know. Kate continues, my year of the frog was indeed hopping back out into the world and returning to the ground to recoup and self-care. I've named my 2024 the year of the scarab beetle. Hard, bright, shiny shell while still soft inside.
I saw the Marvels. I know what that's about.
My goals are to get out into the world with bravery and confidence, to be my full self outside of my home.
Love that.
For me, I've just accepted a new job. I'd love to hear.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'd love to hear about your experiences starting new jobs. Any tips? I love the song La Vie en Rose. Weirdly, it's the song I know I want played at my funeral one day, along with Dancing Queen by ABBA. Ah.
Love that. No notes.
Fun, if morbid question, though. Do you have a song you'd want at your funeral? Wishing you all a great spring, Kate.
Kate, are you okay if I steal those songs for my funeral? I think it's a great 1-2 punch. I think that's great.
I'll play what she's playing.
Right, I'll play what she's playing.
Yeah, I've honestly never thought about it, but I like that. So I'll have to think if I can figure out what to play. As for new jobs, that's exciting. Congratulations. And you know what? A new job, because you talked about being your true self. A new job is a great time to do that, because these people don't know you. So you can just show up as you.
Yep. Be the you want to be.
Yeah.
Also bring a notebook.
Also bring a notebook.
Bring a notebook.
I feel that sometimes, when I was at choir the other day, and all the ladies around me are talking about church this and church that, and it's I don't want to be overly aggressive or anything, but it kind of it bothers me that they're assuming that I'm also a church person.
Just because you're a choir person?
Just because I'm a Southern person, just because I'm an American person, just because I'm a person, that's something that I've struggled with here. And it's at what point do I say I don't fucking go to church, I'm an atheist, without, sounding abrasive like that? But also, yeah, and they don't mean anything by it, but it's just stop assuming everyone around you is,
yeah.
So, but I get that, the hesitation of being yourself. How do you do it? Try it.
Yeah.
You work.
Yeah. I totally, I get it too.
It's an easier said than done thing sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
But you will do it, Kate. And we're here for you.
And like Shandy said, new start, clean slate.
Exactly.
Just make sure you lock them all out of your social media until you know if you like them or not.
Yeah.
Or just never add them. Even if you do like them, you just never know. Man.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Work life. I don't know.
Sometimes keep them separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, thanks. I didn't answer because I don't know. I want to come up with my own answer. You know what? Why don't you guys just throw on American Pie and jam for 10 minutes in my honor?
Right.
I love that song.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thanks. I probably could come up with, I could workshop something better, but and
it can be an evolving thing. You can
exactly. I would have to edit all that out, and I don't. Yeah.
It's like you adjust the playlist for a party. It's not just you can adjust the playlist as you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Next, thank you, Kate. We appreciate it. Write in. Let us write in some suggestions. All right, I got a question for all of you, but specifically Kate and specifically everybody. What songs do you think that they should play at each of our funerals?
Ooh. More fun question.
More fun question. I put the work back on you.
Question even.
Exactly. Love this. Also, please let us know how the job's going.
Yes.
Yes. Congrats again.
Oh, and I would say actually my actual advice for starting a new job is make a really concentrated effort on learning people's names.
Yes. Again, the notebook. Write everything down in the notebook, including people's names. Maybe a little description about what they look like and what they do. Because I find figuring out the structure of a company, a new company, can be a little tricky. And also you meet a lot of people, like, I feel like in rapid succession when you start a new job, and
Yes,
then they
that's
kind
so
of
hard.
they forget that, like, you've just met a lot of people.
They've just
So
met one person,
right,
and
so they
meanwhile
remember you and, like,
yeah.
so I
They
like
probably saw your name in email before you even arrived, so,
yep.
like
So just,
Yeah.
make yourself a little cheat sheet in a notebook, write all that stuff down. Even if you think you'll remember it, just write it down anyway.
Yes.
Mhm.
And ask questions because people love talking about themselves.
Yes.
Yep.
And that gives you also an opportunity to say again their name, which will help you remember it.
Yes, and you can associate things like, oh, that's the weirdo that likes mayo on their pancakes or something.
Yeah. What I like to do with new hires is like I'll schedule meetings with other departments, particularly like remote worlds where, like we aren't just running into people and you can't just like walk them around and like introduce them. I like schedule meetings with departments and have little meet and greets with like
Clever.
so like everybody their meeting is like part of like one group so that it's a little easier to
Right.
Nice.
and they can talk about what that group does and how they'll be interfacing. I think if you're someone that like likes to have a lot of contact with your supervisor, like setting up like a standing check-in with your supervisors while you're like so you can like talk through questions as like things come up as you're getting acclimated.
Yes, but also, get to know the feel too, because there are definitely some people that don't like to be, like, I don't know. Okay, forget it. You know what I mean? Like some people get very like, ew, why are you asking so many questions? You don't know how to do your job. But I don't want to like phrase it.
Then they shouldn't be a boss.
Yeah.
That's a good
that's
point.
part of your
Unfortunately,
job.
there are lots of bosses who shouldn't be bosses.
That is very true. That is very true.
That's a good point.
And I hope yours is a good one, Kate, because it really affects your life.
I know this has devolved quickly and I did it. I'm sorry.
I hope you have a millennial supervisor because apparently we are much more compassionate and in tune and better to work for. So hopefully you have a millennial supervisor.
Yes. I wish that for you as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let us know.
Let us know. The next email's from Mandy, and Mandy screen caps us a calendar alert that we asked her to put in episode H23, which I believe was our New Year's resolution, our last episode of 2023. And it was, my guess is Gott has not made a resolution. Now, if you recall, David Gott said that his resolution was not to make a resolution until his birthday or something like that. And his birthday is on St. Patrick's Day.
It's coming up. Yeah.
So, did you make it? David Gott, if you're listening, did you make your resolution?
Let us know.
Let us know.
We're curious.
Also upcoming, and this is not for next week, but the week after, Irish Wish comes out on Friday, March 15th. And we're watching it.
Irish Wish.
And was there another one that we were going to watch with it? Shit. Rye Lane. Rye Lane, which is on my list. I found it, and so I am going to watch that too. So, yes. Oh, I did watch a rom-com last week called Set It Up. It's from 2019, and it has that dude that's in the new one, Glenn Powell. He was from Top Gun Maverick, and he's also in the rom-com that just came out with Sydney Sweeney. That's I'm blanking on the name of it, but it's like a remake of some Shakespeare shit. I hate Shakespeare shit. So,
okay.
Anyway, I'm setting this up.
That guy from that movie.
Anyone but you. Anyway, you would know Glenn Powell if you saw his face. Because he was in Top Gun Maverick. So if you saw that movie or any promo for that, you would know who he is. So it's him and Zoe.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, she is Leah Thompson's daughter, and I kept thinking she was familiar the whole movie, and then when I went to the Wikipedia on the movie after it was over and looked her up, I was like, oh, that's right, she is exactly like Leah Thompson because it's her daughter. It was super cute though. It also had Lucy Liu and Taye Diggs.
Yes, I'm looking at Pete Davidson is apparently also in this movie.
Yes, he plays Glenn Powell's gay roommate. It's very funny. It's Pete Davidson. It's really cute. I totally recommend it if you're looking for something, easy and fun to watch. And it was funny, and they have really good chemistry. So
nice.
Yeah. But anyway, back to David Gott. Let us know. Did you make your resolution? And what is it? And then our final email is an update from Andy.
All right. I think that leaves it to me. This work week in Andy's virginity. Hey, broads. Yes, thankfully the new coworker, or should I just say coworker, since she's been here for almost 6 months, and I get along well. I know, 6 months went by fast. We seem to have similar personalities, which is a significant improvement from the last person. On that note, when I was looking for a plug for my computer, I found I still have the note I used to keep track of all the times I caught the old one sleeping, which was 47 for the listeners who forgot. I forgot. 47 is like a stupid high number.
It is a stupid high number.
Oh my God. The job is the same. My boss pulled me aside and asked if I would be interested in taking a position in another department that's opening up. Sounds like the job is not the same. I know I should probably take it, especially with the lack of options I've been seeing on job postings, but I'm not sure. It's stirring up a lot of my anxieties about job hunting. She's been pressing me more about my self-evaluation, where I said I wasn't looking to be challenged by my work, and I don't want to wind up saying something I can't take back. She's given me a few days to think about the position, so I'll let you know what I tell her. As much as I don't want to get further invested here, I may wind up at least dipping my toe in to see if it works for me. Hashtag I'm with hers, Andy.
Take it.
Andy, take it. This is
I
the
think
universe giving it to take it and ask for a raise with it.
Yes.
Yep.
And
yes.
I understand, I get that you're trying to leave your current job, but if you're going to be there anyway, you might as well be learning something new and adding something to your resume.
Agreed.
While you continue to look for something else.
Agreed. It's like the job market is really volatile right now, so you've got a new opportunity right there on a platter. Yeah. Take it for now. It's fine for now.
Yep.
You can still look for other jobs even when you start this new job. Yep. And if it makes you anxious to do both at the same time, then it's okay to put the job hunt on hold for a month and see if this one's going to work out or not. Mm-hmm. It's totally okay.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's exciting. Congratulations on even being asked.
Yes.
Yeah, because they could have asked anyone else and they asked you. So clearly they see something in you and they think you can do the task. So I say, take a leap, friend.
Indeed. And let us know next week.
Yes. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. And then I guess we will finish this show up with a very long That's What She Said.
Okay, so Matt explains, so sorry, last week I forgot to paste the That's What She Said, so here's 2 episodes of hashtag That's What She Said.
Double the pleasure, baby.
Ooh, everybody take a sip of water, get ready.
Get hydrated.
Get hydrated, let me stretch out. All right, let's do it.
Roll out those shoulders, baby.
Okay.
And we're off.
All right.
We're running out of parts to shave.
You haven't even circled third base towards home yet.
What's that from?
They were stupid. I said
they were rubbing them down and then putting them back. Oh, that was the cats.
Man, these are really good. It might happen a lot quicker than I thought.
We still need to figure out if we're doing one or two.
There's things around the pole.
If you're really into it, like really hardcore, you could probably spend a lot on equipment.
I'm sure there are people who are super intense about it, but it was more like fun and we were having a drink while we were doing it.
I think you need to be looking at it to make that connection.
Mandy's doing that for us.
We're going to wrap this up even quicker than I thought.
Like all rides, at some point you want to get off.
I got 2 more to go, so be careful.
I have a special visitor guest already on my lap.
You're doing it so cutely.
You don't have to do that one, Matt. Shandy beat you to it. She said in third person. All she's doing is putting her face all the way up to it like this.
I just want to make sure it's a good fit.
She's doing great with laps.
What are you looking at, weirdo? Get out from under the table.
Oh, I think I said that in the background when I was chasing because I didn't cut any of that out.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Because you guys' commentary on my commentary was too good. She gets very good with me when we're one-on-one.
Bet she does.
We soaked a lot.
I'll let you guys finish first.
That's why it came up this way, that way.
You have to activate it before you go downstairs.
I got a hand free to do something else.
I just got both of those, and that was really funny. She can do it with one hand because it's so small.
I will not go bigger.
You don't have to. I didn't realize we could do any of that anyway.
I have directly benefited from tips.
Also, I feel like everyone from now on is going to be a special visitor guest.
In my lap.
Special visitor guest.
So good. We're funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you I'm glad you did those all at once, Matt.
Yes.
Yeah.
It told a story.
It really did.
Of a super official trailer business.
Superficial trailer business with
That's what we do in our superficial trailer. All right.
You a special visitor guest to the superficial trailer business?
Yes. Yeah. Your treatment writes itself, Amanda.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, everybody, thank you so much for listening. Thanks, ladies, for carving out your evening once again. If anybody has any feedback, thebroadcasters3@gmail.com or give us a call 331-276-2373. Thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute at a certain level, and that'd be Eckhart Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Planet, Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. If you'd like to become a patron, patreon.com/Jay and Jack. It helps all the shows out on the network. And right now we have the Rimblecast After Dark, us, obviously, and Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen is back. And Amazing Race will be back next week. When I believe it starts the 13th is what Jack had said. So that will be back next week, whenever the show airs, whatever, you know what I mean, guys. Shandy, what'd you think of the 2-hour premiere? Because we have another 2-hour episode tomorrow. It was too long.
It was very long.
It was boring.
It was fun to see the new cast. I didn't do any of the pregame stuff, and I never caught up on your guys' pregame episode or anyone else's pregame episode. So I just went in totally fresh.
Cool.
So, I mean, if nothing else, the long episode allowed me to learn
the person that went home. People. The person that went home really should have gone home. That was a terrible. I
still need to listen to their exit interview because I am curious.
I am curious too because they threw a little tantrum on the way out. Yeah.
I just don't I feel bad for people now. And I just kind of felt bad for him because, like,
he
I don't
thought
know
he was
what.
gonna he thought he was gonna be a legend after the first vote.
Yeah.
And he was, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Enough Survivor talk. If you want to hear more of that, you can check us out on Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. And maybe Shanny will join me and Jamie for a bonus episode again.
Yes.
Ooh.
So much fun. Yes. Let's do that.
All right. On that note, though, everyone have a wonderful rest of your evening, day, night, morning, whenever you're listening to us. And we'll see you next week. On that note, my name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.